Hello. Hi. So for next 7 days, I am challenging myself to make something creative every day. We are moving soon, and I still have so many art and craft surprise that I want to use before packing everything away. You see this? Boxes over there and even here. Yeah, all the boxes. By the way, this creative weekly challenge that I'm doing, I got the idea from Katrina. She is a YouTuber. She is very inspiring, and I feel like I want to make my own version, so that's why we are doing this. Today is day one. For day one, I decided to use up the UV resin. I bought a lot of resin surprise in the past because I always wanted to make more handmade things, but I never really gave myself the time to use them properly until now. I'm still definitely a beginner, so nothing I made was perfect, but I honestly really enjoy the process. Some of my resin's color had already expired, so this challenge helped me clear out the supply. My favorite part was watching the resins while it was still liquid. I love seeing the colors slowly blend together. It felt really peaceful, and because it was just a sunny day, I could just let the sunlight kill the resin, which made the whole process feel even more satisfying. I made a few pieces like earrings, a necklace, a bracelet, and even a keychain. For day 2, I finally used the acrylic paint I bought about a month ago, then never really had time to use it. So I decided to try float acrylic paint prints, which also remind me of childhood. I put paint into the paper, fold it in half, press it together, and then open it to see the mirror shapes. At first, I used normal paper, but it tore when I opened it, so I switched to thicker papers, and that works much better. It was messy, colorful, and really fun. I love seeing the paint spread and create these bold, symmetrical shapes. Some of them even look a bit like butterflies. It felt playful, creative, and a little bit like letting my inner child out again. Day 3 was a bit busier. My sister came to visit, and my dad also helped to take some things from the house since we are getting ready to move. So I spent some time with them, pack a few things, and later I also had to finish editing my YouTube video because I promised myself I would get it done that day. By the afternoon, I was feeling a little tired and still had no idea what to make for this challenge. So I started by scanning the print papers I made yesterday just to keep them in digital form. While doing that, I got a new idea. I ended up drawing a little bit, and then finally I tried this square art piece, which also reminded me of being a kid. First, I cover the paper with the color, then add a black layer on top, and finally scratch into it to reveal the color underneath. It was simple, quick, and really satisfying. Alright, day 4 was a busy one. I spent most of the day cooking, chatting with friends, working on my short form video, and waiting to hear from my colleague. So by the time I had a little space for this challenge, I knew I wanted to make something creative, but I didn't want to do another hand-on craft project. Instead, I used my computer and worked with some cute character sketches I made a few months ago. They have this playful, childlike watercolor doodle style that feels really free and fun. So I bought them into Illustrator, picked 4 characters that I like and turn them into tiny postcards with encouraging messages. When I print them out, I was actually surprised by how cute they look. Day number 5 was Friday, and it was really busy day. I had a lot of work to finish, and I also needed to pack because later that day we were going on a little staycation at a hotel in Patong. So everything felt a bit rushed, but I still wanted to keep going with this challenge. What I'm gonna do today is this one. Oops, again, ta-da! I print out some photo already. I work on a tiny scrapbook project, which is something I naturally enjoy doing. So, for this book, I normally use the beach and sunset photo, which felt very me. And honestly, it was nice to come back to something familiar. It was a small project. It still gave me that peaceful, creative feeling I was looking for. So far, I'm in love with it, but I kind of wish I have a bit more time to do it, We've been doing so many things at the same time. I'm also, a full-time employee and I have to work as well. It's quite challenging when you have like a limit of time to do something, especially art or something that's creative, because those kind of things, they need time. But if you never make time for them, if you're gonna think like, oh, I will have time for them next month when I have full day off, you will never have that time. So I think the best way to try is to give yourself like 30 minutes or an hour a day to do something creative or do some art. So that's a good compromise. I feel like short amount of time better than nothing. At least you learn something. At the end of the day, we got to enjoy the hotel, the food, and just relax a little. Day 6 didn't go exactly as planned. I was supposed to do it on Saturday, but I ended up spending the day with my sister, my husband at the hotel all day long. So I didn't make anything that day. At first, I felt a little bad about missing it, but honestly, I do not regret it because I was having a really nice time with them. So instead, I moved day 6 to Sunday and decided to do some junk journaling. We're gonna do this today. I got a bit sick, which I don't know why. Maybe I was spending a lot of time, in the pool and under the sun, and it was really hot. And then maybe I was dehydrated. I'm not sure. So right now I'm trying to drink this vitamins water. I hope I can feel better soon. I feel really like low energy, So I need to tell myself that you are strong, you got this. You got it. And cheer. We're gonna do the art together. I really love this sunshine. Oh my god, look at my face. So really good this way. Oh my god. I love sunshine. I use random packaging and little paper pieces I had kept, including medicine packaging, cooling patch, and scraps from the acrylic painting I made earlier in the week. I was not trying to make it perfect at all. I just follow my feeling and arrange everything in a way that felt fun. I was also feeling a bit unwell that day, so I kept it simple, and I think that made the process feel even more honest and real. For day 7, I knew I wanted to make something, but I did not have a lot of time. At first, I thought about scrapbooking again, but in the end, I decided to work digitally in Illustrator. Again, yes, I use image trace to experiment with some photos of myself that I have wanted to play with for a long time. I picked some beaches photos that felt personal and turned them into different illustrated versions. I'm not someone who feels super confident at drawing by hand or even by computer, so using image trace feel like a fun way to experiment without overthinking too much. It still took me almost an hour, but I really enjoyed the process. In the end, I made 3 different versions. Hi. Since we've been together for 7 days, I just wanna take a moment to reflect on what I have done. So basically, this 7 day creative challenge was really fun, and it was like more challenging than I expected. And since we are moving, this challenge also gave me a reason to use some surprise that I already had, before we moved, to clean up some space, to throw something away. If you want to do art or try to be creative or doing something creative like this, it doesn't need to be really perfect. It doesn't need a lot of time. Short amount of time is enough, at least you're doing something. So basically, you just try to have fun with it, enjoy it, and just love the process. And that's all. So yeah, thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next video.